Several items that are being given away in the third quarter, and they're all donated by Jantz. Also, Wolves fans, the cheerleaders are selling tickets for a chance to win a night stay at the Artesian Hotel and a chance to win a $50 gift certificate to the spa there at the Artesian. Tickets are $1, and 2 tickets will be drawn on senior night, October 25th. Also, Wolves fans, the high school and wrestling teams
Welcome to Wolf Field. This is Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson and the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. We're coming to you live from Davis. It is homecoming. Got a lot of homecoming activities going on right now, Dustin. Looks like they're getting set up right now. And when homecoming and when they are out on the field, we're going to break away and let everybody participate in homecoming. But a big football game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to the Lindsay Leopards coming to town tonight. They're a good squad. They're, I think, 3-1 right now so far on the year. Their only loss was to Purcell in week 2. They beat Pauls Valley the first game of the year, 41-14, and then they had the second loss there to Purcell. Then they beat Bridge Creek 42-21, and then beat Tishomingo last week 49-0. So in their wins, they've scored 40+ points in all 3 of their wins.
Well, I was watching them here in pregame and warm-up. And I'll tell you what, they got some good-looking athletes out there, catch the ball really well. Quarterback's got a pretty good arm on him. He was hitting people in stride. So, they are a quick strike offense. They're multiple in that they'll can run the ball and throw the ball equally well. So, we'll have our hands full this evening.
I tell you what, that's just the trend, the last 10 years in college football and trickle down to high school football. There's not a lot of power football teams anymore. Everybody's in the pistol or shotgun and throwing the ball around and trying to get their athletes open into space.
One of the things is Lindsay is a team traditionally that we've kind of struggled with a little bit.
Yeah, they're only one of a handful of schools who have played Davis. Boyd, our statistician, gave us the stat that teams that have played Davis 10 or more times, there's only a handful of teams that have the advantage over the Wolves in those series, and those teams are Heritage Hall.
Yep. Which is only one game ahead in the series.
Yeah, we're going to call that one like maybe 9-8.
Yeah, there you go.
Because of the rain out and the no game before. Pauls Valley we've played 11 times, and the Wolves have won 5 of those. Sulphur at 46-40.
Yep, so
My
6-game lead.
I mean, that's 86 games there, just a 6-game lead.
That's a bunch.
And then kind of the big one is Purcell, who actually has 19 wins to Davis 6 in that series.
Yeah, that's surprising. Also, Lindsay. Now, Lindsay is all-time against Davis. I believe I wanted to see that. I know I saw it earlier. I was a little surprised that they've got a successful record that they do against Davis. I believe it is. I want to say it's 8-5. Let's see if we can see it in our notes here. But I believe they were actually 8-5 against Davis. Davis's last first round in the playoffs was to Lindsay, when they lost. All of a sudden I can't find any of my notes, which is usually the way it works when you want to talk about them, right?
Yeah. What do we have? We have probably Davis's worst defeat in school history.
Yep,
was to the Lindsay Leopards.
Yep, 82-0.
Oh,
which
my goodness.
It's I got to be honest. I don't think I've ever seen us get beat anywhere close to 82 points, but 82-0 is the.
If you were around in 1923, you would have seen Lindsay beat Davis 82-0.
Sometimes I feel like I was around in 1923, but I don't think I was. So. But again, homecoming looks like it's getting set up here. So again, as soon as the homecoming festivities kind of get started, we're gonna mute ourselves here and let you guys enjoy homecoming. Again, good crowd this evening for Davis's homecoming. Lindsay, good crowd over on their side as well. But should be a good district game, big game for the Wolves. They're looking to kind of change that momentum, get their first win on the year and their first win in district.
Yeah, well, there's no time to wait around or to waste in district play. When you play Kingston first round and Lindsay second round, I mean, you're fighting for home playoff potential. Right here at the beginning. So
that's exactly right. Most people consider those the top two teams outside of Davis in the district. So, again, should be a good one this evening. I'm expecting a good tight game, and again, hopefully the good guys come out on top tonight, get that first win on the season.
Yep, sounds good.
So it looks like homecoming is about to start here. We are gonna drop off for a few moments and let you guys listen or watch homecoming. You're listening to the Howl production. This is the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show with Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson. Again, thank you to the Howl to provide this for our people that can't attend homecoming. Thank you for our sponsors out there again, to help us put this broadcast on. So we're gonna drop off and we'll be back.
Homecoming coronation ceremony. Taking the field this evening are members of the football team, band, and cheerleaders. The senior candidate is Miss Presley Warren. Presley is the daughter of Philip and Tiffany McDonald, granddaughter to Mark and Eileen Warren, Davy and Yolanda Goebel, Tricia McDonald, and guardian Angel Marina Hall. She is active in FCA, cheerleading, and strength and conditioning. Presley was named 2019-2020 Who's Who Best Dressed and is a two-time All-American cheerleader. Her hobbies include working, going to church, spending time with family, and watching her brother Jacoby play sports. She also enjoys being with her best friend, Kylie Moss. Presley plans to attend college in the fall to become a labor and delivery nurse specializing in the NICU. Presley is escorted by Wolf Senior, number 20, Trey Parker. Trey is the son of Greg and Joni Parker, brother to senior number 10, Dane Parker, and big brother to freshman Jake Parker. His grandparents are David and Nancy Beeman, Dale and Karen Barker, and the late Ron Parker. Trey attends the First Baptist Church of Davis and is involved in football, basketball, baseball, and FCA. He was voted the 2019-2020 Who's Who Biggest Flirt. Trey helps referee for DKA baseball and is on the chain game for DKA football. He plans to either attend college or join the military in the fall. Our senior candidate is Presley Warren and her escort, number 20, Trey Parker. The junior candidate is Miss Jordan Brown. Jordan is the daughter of Jeff and Melissa Brown, little sister to 2016 DHS graduate Jaylee Brown and 2019 DHS graduate Jared Brown. She is granddaughter of David and Nancy Beeman and James and Sue Brown. Jordan attends the Davis Assembly of God Church and is involved in basketball, track, cross country, and FCA. Her future plans are to attend college and become a doctor. Jordan enjoys hanging out and spending time with her family and friends. Jordan is escorted by Wolf Senior, number 10, Dane Parker. Dane is the son of Greg and Jody Parker, brother to Wolf Senior, number 20, Trey Parker, and big brother to freshman Jake Parker. His grandparents are David and Nancy Beekman, Dale and Karen Barker, and the late Ron Parker. Dane attends the First Baptist Church of Davis and is involved in football, basketball, baseball, and FCA. He was voted the 2019-2020 Who's Who Most Likely to Be Famous. Dane plans to attend East Central University in the fall, but hasn't decided on a major. Our junior candidate, Ms. Jordan Brown, escorted by Wolf Senior, number 10, Dane Parker. The sophomore candidate is Miss Lexi Ryan. Lexi is a daughter of Casey and Misty Ryan, little sister to 2018 DHS graduate Chase Ryan, and big sister to 7th grader Addison Ryan. She is the granddaughter of Brenda Smith, Sue Ryan, and Steve and Beverly Badgley. Lexi attends the Davis First Baptist Church and is involved in fast pitch, slow pitch softball, cheerleading, track, executives, and FCA. Lexi enjoys playing softball, cheering for the Wolves, and hanging out with her friends. Her future plans are to attend the University of Oklahoma and major in nursing. Lexi is escorted by Wolf Senior, number 50, Justin Ross. Justin is the son of Stacy Sarton and Aaron Bruner. She's the granddaughter of Jim and Pam Gooden and Joe and Gwen Weber. Kirsten is currently attending the University of Central Oklahoma and is majoring in nursing. Kirsten is escorted by Wolf Senior, number 78, Greg Billy. Greg is the son of Monty and Jackie Billy, grandson of the late John and Cleta Meeks, and the late J.W. and Jan Billy. Greg attends the Darty Baptist Church. He's involved in football, track, esports, and FCA. Greg was voted 2019-2020 Who's Who Most Unforgettable. He plans to attend college and play football in the fall. With Kirsten and Greg are the flower girl, Olivia Helmers, and crown bearer, Braxton Edmondson. Olivia is the daughter of Dennis and Olga Helmers, and little sister of the 2nd grader, Izzy Helmers. She is a granddaughter of Joe and Alicia Romo and Peggy Patterson of Alamosa, Colorado. Olivia is in Mrs. Tammy Johnson's kindergarten class. She attends the Pathway Church of Davis and is a member of the Pathway Kids Children Church Group. She's involved in dance and is a part of the Minis competition group at the Pauls Valley Dance Station and is a member of Sid's Tumbling in Pauls Valley. Some of her favorite things to do are play, dance, sing, and giggle. Braxton is the son of Ryan and Tammy Edmondson. He's a grandson of Rick and Gail Bateman and Clay and Dorena White. He is in Mrs. Vineyard's kindergarten class. Braxton attends Crossway Baptist Church in Salford. He is active in Sid's Tumbling in Pauls Valley, and he loves to travel, watch movies, and cheer on his OSU Cowboys. That's our 2019 homecoming queen, Miss Kirsten Gooden, with her escort, number 78, Greg Billy, with the flower girl, Olivia Helmers, and crown bearer, Braxton Edmondson. And now, the moment has come. Greg, will you please place the crown on the 2019 Davis Bulls football homecoming queen, Miss Presley Warren. Woods fans, this year's Davis Woods football homecoming queen, Miss Presley Warren.
So, Dustin, we are back. Presley Warren, the 2019 homecoming queen at the Davis Wolves. And
congratulations to that young lady.
Congratulations to not only her, but the entire court out there. A bunch of good-looking ladies and men out there.
Yep, student athletes at Davis.
So, again, we're 20 minutes away from kickoff here. Let's take just a couple minutes here, and we'll go through the tonight's starting lineup. Probable starting lineup. You know, we've kind of learned, although we think we know who the starters are, sometimes we have some changes. So, again, this is what we this is our best understanding of where we're going to go this evening. So let's start with the offense. So on offense, obviously the kind of the focal point, quarterback, number 11, 6'2", 193-pound junior. That's
Colin
Dulaney.
Yep. Fullback, number 40. Cooper Webb.
6'3", 285-pound senior. At a halfback, number 20, 5'9", 172-pound senior. That is actually, number 20 is actually 20. Trey. So, see, every time,
sure?
you know, we got to confuse them. I hope so. So that'll actually be Trey Parker. Also at halfback, you probably have the other Parker right there, number 10, 5'10", 205-pound senior. There is Dane Parker. Or you could also see number 7, a 5'11", 142-pound senior,
Toby
Talaferro. So you'll see both of those guys kind of feature this evening.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of, number 8, number 9, Tucker Miller, and Lathan Dickinson as well.
That's exactly right, and I would expect to see them this evening as well. Along the offensive line at tackle, number 78, 6'4", 320-pound senior. That's Greg Billy, and you saw him as the escort for the 2018 homecoming queen just a few minutes ago.
Yep, starting at guard, number 50, one of our best offensive linemen, Justin Ross. He's been playing really well so far this season. We'd like to see that continue.
Yep, 5'11", 215-pound senior. At center, number 59, that is Claxton right there, Tanner Claxton, 5'9", 170-pound senior. Also at guard, number 66, Marshall Bolding, 5'9", 230-pound senior.
Yep.
And at tackle, this one's kind of, this one we think we know who it's going to be, but there's been some rotations here. So
yeah, it's been number 71, Wyatt Fisher, and number 72, Gavin Moore has also got to see a lot of playing time there at the other side tackle.
So Fisher, 6'4", 245-pound junior, and then Moore, 6'2", 245-pound sophomore. And again, I expect to see both of those a lot tonight. Tight end, number 44, 6'4", 225-pound senior. That's Tyler Tomlinson.
Wide receiver this year so far has been Diego Moore, number 6. He's a 5'7", 151-pound senior. Or we're also seeing a little bit more of Zach Mann in there as well.
Number 13, 6'1", 162-pound senior. So that's kind of what we expect to see on offense. How about on –
What do you know about Drew Parks?
Well, Parks was injured last week. It looked like he had a shoulder injury. I did see him suited up earlier. I do expect to see him play. I know he's played both some tailback and fullback for the Wolves on offense. He's played a lot on defense as well. So I'm glad to see that young man out there.
Yep, another wide receiver, Colton McGahey, number 31. We can't forget to mention him. He had a heck of a catch, last week.
He did. He's a 5'11", 150-pound junior. McGahey, he probably had the best catch, kind of keep that game the
within
drive
reach.
Line.
Yeah.
And again, kind of put us in a position to try and win the game there at the end.
Yep, it was a heck of a game. It was a crazy game. Not a lot going on for the Wolves offense the first half, and Kingston just happened to make enough mistakes to kind of give us some momentum when we needed it and keep us in the ball game. Like you said, I don't know that I've ever seen a game with two, one-play scoring drives.
Nope.
At least in Davis High School that I can remember.
And then you look at the end of the game, the Wolves were able to score. Were unable to get the 2-point conversion. You kind of thought the ball game was over, and here they go, and they kick onside and get the ball back.
Yeah, we get an onside kick. I tell you what, Coach Parker in his relatively new head coaching career has played in some really good, really crazy games. I mean, starting with the overtime, opening game
last year to double overtime, if I'm not mistaken,
to Lone Grove. Yeah, so when then we come back with onside kicks. This year in the first, district game, trying to hang in there. And I feel like the Wolves played a lot harder. We may not have played as well as we'd like to at times. Of course, we'd like to see, a little bit more offensive production, but they were given a lot of effort and hung in there, and we didn't have some of the dumb mental mistakes that we'd had maybe earlier in the season. Hopefully that's behind us, and we're kind of maturing into these roles, and we know that they're going to be tough games, and I expect us to be in another one tonight.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I thought the effort was there, give ourselves a chance to win, and that's what we had. Unfortunately, came up a little bit short, looking to turn that trend this evening.
Yeah, there's 3 phases to this game: offense, defense, and the special teams. Kicking game, and they're all meaningful and can all contribute to what happens during the game. It's not going to be just always 300 yards of rushing offense or a defensive shutout. This is a strange game played by 15, 16-year-old men out there, and then anything can happen.
So about 15 minutes to go before kick. Let's talk about the starters for Davis on defense. So at end, number 10, 5'10", 205-pound senior. That is, I don't want to get it wrong. D. That's Dane Parker.
Absolutely.
There we go. So.
And then at tackle, number 50, Justin Ross. We've talked about him on offense, and he's also a defensive standout as well.
Nose guard, number 40, 6'3", 285-pound senior. Again, Cooper Webb, kind of one of the hearts of the defense there.
He's played nose guard, and they moved him out to kind of
a defensive end and tackle a little bit.
Sometimes a stand-up end. So we're doing lots of different things on defense, trying to get these kids in a position to make plays.
And I think you will see him kind of in a couple different positions along the defensive line there. Other tackle at 44, number 6'4", 225-pound senior, and we are gonna the announcer is gonna pray, so we're gonna pause just for a minute. We'll be back right after this.
But first, our invocation.
Will you pray with me? Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful evening and thank you for all the many blessings that you pour out upon us each and every day. We are so blessed to live in this country where we are all free. We thank you for this freedom. In Deuteronomy 31:6, your word reminds us to be strong and courageous and to not be afraid or terrified because of the enemy. You remind us that you are always with us and you will never leave us or forsake us. Thank you for your loving word that continues to give us strength through all the highs and lows of our lives. We pray that tonight the players of the field will be strong and courageous as they compete. We also pray for their protection and that everyone finishes the game healthy. We also pray for good sportsmanship on and off the field. Watch over everyone throughout this evening and as we travel back to our homes. Once again, Father, we are thankful for how your love protects us and gives us strength each and every day, and the reminder that you will never leave us. In the name of Jesus we pray. Amen. Amen.
So we are back after the invocation and the national anthem. So before the break there, we were talking about the defensive starters. Last one we mentioned was at tackle, number 44, 6'4", 225-pound senior. That's Tyler Tomlinson.
At one of the other ends, we've got number 11. That is Colin Delaney. You got your quarterback playing defensive end. We don't know if that's going to continue, if he's going to play some defense, or we might see some other kids out there. Something to watch for tonight.
6'2", 193-pound junior. I would imagine his now that he is the starting quarterback, I've got a feeling that his snaps at defensive end are probably going to go down a little bit. But At linebacker, number 15, 6'2", 175-pound
Ty Burks.
Ty Jr., that is Ty Burks.
And who was the other one, number 65?
Number 65, 5'11",
Isaiah
175-pound senior,
Yep.
Isaiah Escabel.
Yep. Those guys are doing a good job as well this year. Cornerbacks, we've got number 7, Toby Talaferro, and number 6, which is Diego Moore.
So, again, Talaferro, a 5'11", 142-pound senior.
Both seniors, yes.
And Moore, a 5'7", 151-pound senior as well. So, free safety, number 4.
Tough Hammonds.
That is Tough Hammonds. He is kind of filling in for the role previously kind of held by Cole Martin. Martin and Parker were the two safeties, and they were kind of interchangeable. Now it is Hammonds and Parker. So
and Trey Parker.
Hammonds, the 5'11", 137-pound sophomore, and then Trey Parker, the 5'9", 172-pound senior. So
Yep, got a senior and a sophomore back there in the secondary. So maybe we can get some senior leadership there and get a little bit of youth in there with Tough, sticking his head in there. He's never afraid to do that. So they're gonna have to make some plays tonight, Lindsay. I believe we'll be putting the ball in the air quite a bit.
They're gonna. I think this is gonna be. I will be surprised if it's not a high-scoring game. I know the last couple times we've played, Lindsay, that it's kind of lit the scoreboard up a little bit. So, we've got the teams are starting to get ready again. A little under 9 minutes to go before halftime.
Before kickoff.
Okay, so we are going to take a real quick break here. 9 minutes to go before kick here. Excuse me, not before halftime.
Yep.
I'm glad you're paying attention. 9:30 or 9:21 now to go before kickoff. So we're going to take a real quick break, and we will be back here in just a few moments.
Thank you. You're listening to Davis Wolf Football on the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show.
judge is Maurice Mayfield.
So we are back about 5 minutes to go before halftime. The captains are out on the field. Looks like captains this evening for the Wolves is going to be Trey Parker, Greg Billy, Justin Ross, and Cole Martin.
For Lindsay, that is Tanner Emery, C.J. Collins, and Jacob Allen.
The referee for tonight is Alan Major. Umpire is Sean Delcamp. Linesman is Troy Vinson. Mark Silverston is the line judge, and the back judge is Marshall Mayfield. No relationship to Baker Mayfield, I'm assuming.
Maybe. All right, Davis won the toss.
So
we are going to defer.
We talked a little bit about it earlier. The all-time series between Davis and Lindsay is actually 8-5-1. Lindsay currently leads the series. Series started in 1956, so there's a little history there. We found my sheet, so that's important. Thank you, Boyd, for providing.
And also a chance to win a $50 gift certificate.
All right, so like I said, the Wolves won the toss. We're going to defer and make our pick for the second half.
Expect Lindsay to take the kick here.
Also, the high school and junior high
Crowd is still kind of a late crowd, but still filling in here. So nice crowd, good homecoming crew. Lindsay is now out on the field. They're preparing to run out amongst their run through and their spirit line and their band. So Wolves still are currently in their dressing room.
Hey, speaking of the band, I know Davis competed at Pauls Valley last weekend, and they're going to compete again this Saturday at Tishomingo.
Any idea how they did?
They got second place in their division at Pauls Valley.
Ah, great.
Yep.
Terrific.
They did a great job.
So the Wolves now out of the dressing room in the south end zone, getting ready to run through their spirit line and run through. 3 minutes to go before kick.
$60 per team. Prizes of cash for first and second place. There will be door prizes. Prizes for KP and the longest drive.
So, Dustin, both teams, here come the Wolves. They're going to run out on the field first. So the Wolves take the field. Lindsay Swang, they're about to come out as well. And here are the Lindsay Leopards. Lindsay Leopards 3-1 on the year. Lindsay will receive the kick. So Lindsay currently on the middle of the field, the Davis Field. I've never been a fan to see a visiting team cheering in the middle of the visiting field as a visitor, but oh well.
Well, we could have held our ground and came out, second there, but we decided to come on out. Some of that kind of stuff is just kind of football superstition stuff here and there, and something that you kind of take a little bit of home pride in here and there. But does it make a little bit of difference in the game? Not at all.
Who knows? Yep. So the Wolves kicking team takes the field. Wolves are going to be kicking the ball from south to north.
Will be number 10, Dane Parker, kicking for the Wolves. And let's see if we can get some numbers for Lindsay.
Looks like back deep for Lindsay is number 1, which would be Seth Perry, and then also number 14 and 15, I think, are the two up backs.
14 is Steven Singleton, 15 is Chance Austin, both seniors.
So we are about at kickoff.
Back deep for Lindsay, number 14, Steven Singleton.
So here we go. Parker set to kick.
The deep man is number 1, Seth Perry.
Again, looks like he is set up to, let's see it. He's going to kick straight away. I thought he was going to do one of those directional kicks to the sideline. He still may. He does kick it deep. The ball's going to come down about the 25-yard line. Nice return. Uh-oh, he's got a lane.
kind of broke through the first line of defense there and got the ball back close to the 50-yard line.
Looks like they're going to start at about the 47. They're on their side of the field, 47-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Leopards. So Lindsay's first drive of the game. Lindsay lines up in a twins formation, or actually a single receiver to each side, shotgun formation. Tailback lined up next to the quarterback, tight end one side. Look to throw the ball. Ball goes up in the air to 14. Past the first down sticks. Gets down to about the 37-yard line. So nice throw on first down there.
Yep, just a quick curl route there to the short side of the field for about, what was it, about 12, 13-yard pickup.
That's right. Very quickly, they are now on the Davis side of the field. It's going to bring up another first down. Ball's at the 39. Lindsay this time in the pistol formation, single receiver to each side. Tight end goes into motion to the opposite side. Handoff goes to number 1.
86, the gentleman, the tight end that moved over to that side, just, threw an excellent block on that side to spring that run.
So 1 makes the initial, spins out of the initial tackle, picks up a couple extra yards. Going to pick up about 6 on that carry. It's going to bring up second down and 7.
86 for Lindsay is Lane McKee.
Ball is now at the 33-yard line, the Davis 33. Lindsay back in the pistol formation. Again, some other 8 goes in motion for the Leopards, this time to the opposite side. Handoff goes back to 1. This time he's tripped up in the backfield by number 50, Justin Ross. Nice play there to drop him for a loss.
Yeah, play was kind of going opposite of Justin Ross there, and he got in the backfield and was able to kind of clip the guy.
Looked like they ran the exact same play, just to the opposite side that time. This time Ross is able to make the tackle and drop him. Now it's going to be 3rd and 5, so a loss of 1 yard on the play. It's going to be, actually, the ball is at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, Lindsay comes out in an even front. They got this split end to each side and tight ends to both sides, and then they'll kind of bring one in motion and load one side, try to put more blockers over there than you've got tacklers.
Ball goes back to that curl route on the opposite side. It's complete, and it's going to be a first down. We're going to have to tighten up on that play, especially on 3rd and 4. Can't give him 6 yards 6 yards to catch the ball.
Yeah, I mean, our philosophy is kind of make them snap it again. So, but we are going to have to. The field's getting short down here. We're going to have to tighten up a little bit.
So the ball is now at the 26-yard line, the Davis 26. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Some pressure up front. He's going to tuck the ball and run. He's brought down there by number 10, Parker.
Yep, just quarterback was looking. Those receivers were kind of all 3 headed to the end zone. We did a good job in coverage back there in the secondary, and quarterback just took off on a little bit of a scramble and picked up another first down.
So it's going to bring up 1st and 10. Lindsay now in the PT Central red zone at the 16-yard line. Lindsay back in the pistol formation, single receiver to each side. Handoff goes to number 1. He is met immediately in the background by Cooper Webb. Webb makes his guy up front miss, and I'll tell you what, he punished the running back on that carry.
Yeah, his presence was literally felt on that play.
So that's going to be a loss of 1. It's going to bring the ball back to the 17-yard line, still within the PT Central red zone.
Loss of a yard on the play. 2nd down. From the Wolves, 17-yard line.
So back in the pistol formation, 86 in motion. Almost as a wingback. Handoff goes to 1, the tailback. Tailback's got some room to run. He picks up a nice gain there. Picks up 6 or 7 before he meets contact for the first time. So
it looked like that was maybe number 22, Drew Parks there for Davis on the tackle. Hopefully that's something we've seen on film. We're going to have to make an adjustment. They're just getting too many yards, bringing that tight end over.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down now. The ball is going to be marked down at the 10-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
3rd down. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. We need to hold them here. Keep them out of the end zone.
So quarterback still in shotgun formation.
Looking
for his receiver. He's got a little bit of pressure. He is going to be brought down for a sack. Good job that time by the defense.
Yeah.
Good coverage downfield.
Good coverage by the secondary. They ran a little inside-out route. The outside receiver ran in, and the inside receiver kind of ran it out in the flat, and we covered it well and was able to get pressure there on that quarterback.
I think that was Parker in on the tackle. Loss of 4 yards. That's going to bring up 4th and 9 now, still within the PT Central red